It's race week, guys. The Bahrain Grand Prix is on this weekend. The midpoint of the first triple header of the 2025 Formula 1 season is on this weekend around the Sakhir International Circuit. But which drivers have had the most success around Bahrain over the years? Bahrain has been on the calendar ever since 2004, only missing that one single year in 2011 for a small little controversy that we're not going to get into this video. So I'm going to go through the most successful drivers, the only repeat winners of this event, the Bahrain Grand Prix. There's a nice round top five as well. 5 drivers, effectively the 5 most successful drivers, the top 5 drivers in the history of the Bahrain Grand Prix. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has won the last 2 Bahrain Grand Prix in a row in 2023 and 2024, which earns him a place on this list. Of course, both of these victories came for Red Bull, and given his victory in Japan last weekend as well, he's going to be one of the favourites to take a 3rd victory overall in Bahrain. Of course, Verstappen could have won in 2022 had his car not failed, and in 2021 he had an incredible battle with Sir Lewis Hamilton for the lead here as well. I wouldn't say this is one of his best tracks, but given how much Max Verstappen wins in general, it's no surprise that he makes this list. Also on 2 victories, but setting those 2 victories a long time before Max Verstappen, is Felipe Massa. Massa gets the number 4 spot on this list because he got his 2 victories for Ferrari back in 2007 and 2008. Of course, in 2008, that was his title challenging year, the one that he's still legally challenging in the courts, believe it or not. But in terms of his victories in Bahrain in 07 and 08, not classics from what I remember, but very much important wins for Ferrari's Constructors' Championship in both of those years. 3rd overall on the list with 3 victories is Fernando Alonso. He won back-to-back here for Renault in 2005 and 2006, and he also took a victory in his first race for Ferrari in 2010. Interestingly, 2010 as well, that was the year when we had the endurance racing circuit, one that very much did not suit Formula 1, and we didn't see it again, thankfully, for that. Although we did see parts of it again for the Sakhir Grand Prix in 2020 when we ran the oval layout. Of course, that was the only time we ran that racetrack as well. Very much an interesting circuit. I think the lap was less than a minute, which is very rare in Formula 1 these days. Also to note, 2005, he had took victory in what was, I believe then, maybe still is, the hottest Grand Prix in the history of Formula 1. I think the track temperature was something like nearly 55 degrees Celsius. So a massive physical challenge for Fernando Alonso. And in 2006, as was typical in that season, he had a fantastic battle with the great Michael Schumacher for the victory. 2nd on the list overall is Sebastian Vettel, getting a pair of wins in back-to-back years for both Red Bull and Ferrari. His victories in 2012 and 2013 very much helped him on the way to his 3rd and 4th titles. And remember, he had a fantastic battle with Kimi Raikkonen in, I want to say 2012. I could be wrong. That could be 2013. I know Kimi Raikkonen was very competitive here as well. And I don't believe Raikkonen ever won here, actually, weirdly. A lot of podiums, but no victories, or maybe just the single victories to his name. I can't remember now. But yeah, Vettel getting 4 victories here, very impressive. He also won in 2017 and 2018 as well. Title challenges in both those years for Seb, but unfortunately just fell short in the end. To the guy who is top of this list, Sir Lewis Hamilton has 5 victories around Bahrain. I already briefly spoke about 2021, of course, getting that win ahead of Max Verstappen, his title rival for that season. All of those victories came in his Mercedes days between 2014 and his most recent in 2021. He also won in 2015, 2019 and 2020. He could have won twice at the Sakhir International Circuit in 2020 had he not contracted COVID-19. He actually had to sit out of the Sakhir Grand Prix weekend, which was only a week after the Bahrain Grand Prix weekend. And obviously 2020, he saw that horrific crash for Romain Grosjean. Thank God he is still with us. But yeah, Bahrain's not been the best circuit, I wouldn't say, for Hamilton. But Hamilton's just been that good during that time that he managed to win a lot anyway. So, take it as you will at the end of the day. And of course, in 2014 as well, fantastic, brilliant battle between him and Nico Rosberg, the duel in the desert. One of a few of those, to be fair, around this Bahrain International Circuit. But yeah, Hamilton, the most successful driver in the history of the track. Can he make it 6th this weekend? Can Max Verstappen get a 3rd victory overall? Can Fernando Alonso get a 4th? No, he's not going to get a 4th. I can't see that happening. But Verstappen and Hamilton do have a chance to increase their tallies. But yeah, who's going to win this weekend? Well, McLaren have never won around Bahrain ever, despite me being a big investor in the team back in the day, McLaren has never won the Bahrain Grand Prix. Can they put that right this weekend? Who's your pick? Let us know in the comments below. Have a fantastic day, guys. Have a great weekend when it arrives, and let's hope for a much better race than what we saw in Japan in Bahrain. Surely it's got to be better.